An orchestrated outpouring of public grief, a dramatic covering of snow and a display of military might. All the ingredients were there for the perfect send-off to North Korea's dear leader, Kim Jong-il. His son and chosen successor, Kim Jong-un, walked alongside the black limousine that was carrying the coffin. He will take up the reins of power tomorrow, following the end of a period of national mourning, as Andy Davids reports.
According to the state propagandists of North Korea, it snowed when Kim Jong-il was born beside a sacred mountain. So it was fitting, they said, that it snowed on the day his nation marked his death. How could the sky not cry, lamented this soldier, when they'd lost a great general who came from the sky. Others were less restrained in their displays of grief. General, don't go, he cries out. As the cortege passed through the streets of Pyongyang, they wept, stamped feet and held on to one another, much more so perhaps the closer they came to the cameras of the state broadcaster, whose commentator can be heard adding his wavering voice to the chants of "Please don't leave us."
아버지 장군님, 어디 가십니까? 이 추운 날 속옷도 안 입으시고 웃으시며 어디로 가십니까?
Kim Jong-il's coffin was draped in the red flag of the Workers' Party. Below it, the white chrysanthemums. It was exactly the same 17 years ago when his father's coffin was paraded through the capital. The appearance of continuity now vital for the third Kim, Kim Jong-un, and his bid for regime survival. Still in his 20s, and still relatively unknown by his own people, he walked beside his father's hearse. Behind him, his uncle Yan Song-tik. On the other side of the vehicle, the head of the military. The men, perhaps, who will oversee the presumed succession. Behind them stands the mausoleum where Kim Jong-il had been lying in state for the last 10 days. The country he ruled remains marginalized, beset with chronic economic problems and crippled by food shortages. Yet the personality cult the state media built around him remains potent. Before the funeral procession began today, the state broadcaster played yet another film about Kim Jong-il, eulogizing his supposed military prowess. There were the shots of him bestowing his great knowledge of cinema upon a grateful industry, of setting the standards for how a country should even dance. All dutifully noted. The propaganda in North Korea remains as crude as it is ubiquitous. The question now for those driving it is how to rebuild that mythology around the next in line.